This project started towards the end of 2017. The main goal was to make sure that we bring men to the facilities, because one of the problems which we had is that men have very poor health-seeking behaviors. And because men have got very poor seeking behaviors, there were a lot of gaps which were noticed after certain studies were taken. Even after we had the SAGE campaign, we discovered that in the whole cascade of HIV, men were missing. So because they were a missing link, we started the men's clinic. That was the background. That's how we started the men's clinic. We have managed, of course, to set up over 33 men's clinic, that is in Lusaka province. So we have managed to improve the linkage among the men in the facilities. We have also improved the retention among the men in the facilities. We have also improved in terms of attendance, the OPD attendance of men. We have seen more men compared to where we started, where we had only very few men coming to the facilities. So in short, when you look at the cascade for HIV, the transmission cycle, a man is at the center of it because he is more like a delivery van. Hence, we have managed now to bring a man to come to the facilities. And these are some of the interventions which we are still doing to make sure that men are now comfortable even in these facilities.
Usually men don't go to hospitals. We've been taught that men are strong and they're not supposed to go to a hospital, or every time they are sick, we were told that you can just say, this is okay, I'll get a Panadol, I'll drink water and that will be okay. But because of that, a lot of men have not benefited in the services of men's clinic. So men's clinic has been established so that it can help men go through health facilities and health services and benefit themselves. Before men's clinic was introduced, we used to find men queuing up with the women, and men usually are not comfortable being surrounded by women and they've got health issues. So when it was introduced, we found that there was that segregation. So the men were able to go to a place where they are comfortable. They'll find a male counselor, they'll find a male clinician, they'll find a male doctor. So there's that comfort of me being a man and also talking to my fellow men.
One of the challenges I think which we had is that what we know the methodology of attracting men to come to the facilities. For instance, you discover that some of the challenges which we had is that men don't like very long queues, and the men are very busy. And the men, naturally, they are born to be leaders in their families. So bringing them to the facilities is like a sign of weaknesses. So what we did was now to bring attractive measures in this men's clinic by starting looking at the issues which affect the men. Like for instance, when you talk about issues of prostate cancer, you talk about issues of male infertility, those became more like an incentive. So we have managed to bring these men despite these challenges which we had. And then I think one of the other challenges was also the challenge of infrastructure, because men don't want to be combined together with the women and the children. So some of the facilities which we have set up are what we call the stand-alone clinics for men, which are very conducive for the men. So that's how we have managed to come against those challenges we had. The lessons learned is that the men's clinic is something which is very attractive in terms of to the men, and also one of the lessons which we have learned is that when a man is put on treatment, it's very easy to get hold of the other sexual partners. And because of this, you discover that the elicitation ratios in the index for men is very high. And in terms of the linkage into treatment among the men who are put on treatment is very high. So these are some of the things which we are learning.